that shit in for a minute. All right. Shalom, shalom, shalom. Gonna get a lesson started and going by the spirit, man. It's New Year's, so-called New Year's Eve and all that. So, we're just gonna get right into it. Giving all praises to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Qadash, Yahawashi, Barak, Bahasham, Qadash. We always say the Most High's name is exalted, the Most High's name, Holy Spirit, Yahawah, He is to be Yahawashi, He that exists. He that delivers, and in the Holy Spirit we say, and we always, give double honors to the apostles and elders, bishops, the great millstone, Most High takes to the brother, seek the word for the hopeful elect. It's going to be like Most High will, and we hope that it happens sooner or later. He said He's showing the time for the elect's sake, so it's bound to happen soon. And to the contrite spirits, returning back to the Most High, extend their elect blessings. We're gonna get right into it. We just going various topics, man. Brothers are doing the New Year's Eve of destruction, and we always condemn these holidays, and New Year's is based on, we've gone through it before. The apostles gone through it before, based on the so-called independence. No, that's 4th of July, but it goes into these holidays, and it's not really a new year. December, if you go back, it's December. Decimal is dealing with the 10th. It's dealing with 10, and so we're in January, so that would be the 11th. But we don't go by any of those things of the calendar of the Esau, holidays of the Esau. But this is a holiday for them. Look up right quick. What does New Year's mean for? What does it actually mean for the Americans?
They got the New Year's resolutions.
Yeah, New Year's resolution.
It's like a restart for all of the, it says New Year's Day is a national day. Hold on. It's going to just say National Day, United States, photo of fireworks, a popular American tradition.
Well, it says fireworks, right?
Yeah.
They do that on 4th of July, so it's kind of like going along the lines of independence.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
A popular American tradition is making New Year's resolutions.
Yeah, New Year's resolutions. Go ahead.
When people promise to do something better in the year to come.
Mm-hmm.
This place is getting worse every year.
And that goes with the reset of Rome, because they're trying to make this Rome better than the last one, trying to make them better themselves, and that's what people are trying to do. So this is fashion what they try to do with the old Roman Empire, which is the last leg of Roman Empire. So now everything, they want to renew everything, and it says in the scriptures too, they copy off the Most High, to where they want to. Most High say you got to be renewed in your mind and reborn again, and that's what they try to do: rebirth things again, renew things again, and that's what this is. But it's on the left-hand side. It's not according to true biblical prophecy. You can actually get that. Be renewed in your minds. Because, people, that's what people are saying, but they doing it, following this devil. They like, it's a new me, it's a new year. I'm starting all over again. I'm doing this better. I'm improving myself better. I'm going to not eat this, not eat that. And it's a new me. So they imitating the Most High. Go ahead.
This is Ephesians chapter 4, verse 23. And who started at 22? Just give me the one that don't be having all the stuff in it. Hold on. Because I need to go back to scripture. Since 4, we're going to start at 22. This is Ephesians chapter 4, verse 22, and it reads that ye put off concerning the former conversation, the old man.
Yeah, the old man, you know. There's things that we were doing in the world compared to things that we're doing in the righteousness, in the righteous world, which is the small circle of the hopeful elect. Go ahead.
Which is corrupt according to the deceitful lust.
Yeah, the old man is corrupt according to the deceitful lust. So you need to be born again, you know, to where you're able to start doing things different, eating different. And it's not according to this world, because a lot of them, you know, you got a fat woman that lose weight and she's like, well, I accomplished that, but she's still doing all kind of other shit that's, you know what I'm saying, that she got to work on, that she's dealing with, you know. She she knocks that out, but, you know, she might get too skinny. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like, damn, what was that about? So you got to know what you really get into when you get into something, and when you dedicate yourself to something. And when you dedicate yourself to the scriptures, there's a complete balance. And it talks about the old man, talks about the new man, and it talks about how you got to renew the new man to cast out the old man daily. Go ahead.
And be renewed in the spirit of your mind.
In the spirit of your mind. There's another scripture that says the old man died daily or something like that. Kill the old man. You know? So a lot of these Americans be like, well, they think the opposite. They think according to America, like, I gotta, you know, you might say that you're quitting something, you know. Let's say somebody said, well, I'm quitting cigarettes. I got a New Year's resolution. But they commit adultery and shit. You know what I'm saying? So they don't matter. They don't matter to the Most High, man. Killing the old man.
Yeah, it's not the one. It's supposed to be 15:31. All right. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 31. It reads, I protest by your rejoicing.
I'll protest by your rejoicing. Go ahead.
Which I have in Yahawashi.
Yeah, because we are protesting before and in a test, like we're trying the matters before at hand. Because usually protest is those people that are usually out there before the real shit go down, before the shit go down. You know, nobody protests during the time the shit go down. This is a pre-thing to where you're looking at the test itself and saying, you know, what the matter is. Go ahead.
Which I have in Hamashiach Yahawashi our Lord.
Mm-hmm.
I die daily.
I die daily. So basically, like, you getting killed all the, you know, it says we killed all, we get killed all the day long, paraphrasing.
Yep. Which is like sheep to the slaughter. Yeah. I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah. So, a lot, you know, when you was in the world, you worshiped those holidays, and you worshiped Christmas, Thanksgiving, all that shit, and you even this Thanksgiving. And so that New Year's resolution thing, like, I'm going to be a better me, that new me. Well, you were supposed to be that already in the truth, when you learn the truth. Not according to this American standard of like a yearly basis. It's just like the parents and like, you know, yeah, you don't love me because you don't visit me on Christmas. Well, I'll visit you any other day, you know. But you, for you to say that I have to visit that specific day, and you base that the me having love for you on according to that specific day, then what the fuck is that, man? You know, go ahead.
This is Romans chapter 8, verse 36, and it reads, as it is written.
As it is written, everything is written. Most High said he's not an author of confusion. He's an author. He wrote through the prophets, through Yahawashi. This everything was orchestrated. Everything was written and orchestrated. This is actually a real movie. We keep telling you that. Go ahead.
For thy sake, we are killed all the day long.
We killed all the day long. Yeah, we killed all the day long. And that means you got to become immune to that. They're killed all the day long because that's that old man they're killing. Because they can't kill the spiritual man. They can't kill the renewed man. In the fullness of Yahawah, they can't kill him. Because what did Yahawashi say? He conquered death. But this is a form of our people celebrating death, because you'll have a woman that say, I want to go to, it's a New Year's. I want to go, I want to clean, I want to just, this is a year to focus on me. I want to change my life. And she'll go to a woman. That's death. A woman with a woman, that's a form of death. Same thing with a man. They can't procreate. So you have these you have these holidays of America based on death, based on witchcraft and the practice of, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about?
I was really going to start looking up. There was a god that was talking about. It goes back to this goddess that actually Yahawashi, introduced to Israel, and it had to do with it's been a while since I went over it, so I'm trying to remember the name, but it was like something that I was studying outside of it, and it was talking about, they had them that New Year's, but it goes back to Rome. It goes back to, the basis of what this place is. This is divided Rome. Yeah. Them coming over here to Babylon the Great. That's the potter's clay. That's how we know we're at the end. Yeah. And we've been getting killed for thousands of years to come back here to be those Lord willing, those men that's actually receiving the promises. And that was only given to Jacob.
And even some on the spirit, because it said we die daily. I mean, nobody dies daily, but it's talking about the spirit. It's talking about even with Yahawashi, he crucified afresh. Like you can, they can kill you, stone you on a spiritual level, where knocking. And banning you, flagging videos, downing, saying that you're religious, just putting you in front of the media, balling you in front of the media, so to speak. So we die daily. We die daily of not being able to bring the truth out like it should be brought out, Go ahead.
We are accounted as sheep for the slaughter.
Shalom to brothers, sisters on the cutting board. Shalom. Qadash. We are accounted for for sheep to the slaughter, man. So, when somebody say, for the New Year's or whatever, they want to be a better person, they're changing their life, and according to what some of their, a lot of their personal things. Which got to do really with none of the Most High, because he said he's not a respecter of persons. So if you got to hang up with weed or smoking cigarettes, okay, that's good that you got over that shit. But what are you gonna do for the Most High, even when you do quit those things? You know what I'm saying? Because it's still like what they say, the labor is plenty, and the harvest is plenty, and labor is a few. That's just a step. That's just something that you was dealing with personally, something that you picked up. You had desire for personally. You overcame that, and then they were like, "Okay, now are you ready to serve me, Most High?" Sin. Even after that, because a lot of people think they made a great, they overcame some great things, and they be like, well, shit, man, I used to smoke cigarettes. I overcame that shit, so, I'm just doing my thing. Like, nah, you still have to, do something beyond that to show and prove yourself for the Most High. So these are pagan things, man. These are idealistic pagan rituals and a state of mind. You know what I'm saying? To where You know, they thinking like I overcame this certain personal thing, so Most High is dealing with me. You know, that's not the case. You know, because we ain't even supposed to be. You know, we're not smoking. It don't say in the scriptures don't smoke cigarettes, but over in all the spirit, you should know not to do that.
Yeah, because like
but that's still a personal thing that they got. You know.
Yeah, but like when you smoke it, like when you exhale it, or like when you cough it out, that's showing your body's rejecting it. You know, it's like showing you that this is not supposed to be in there.
Exactly.
That's why it coughs out when you do smoke. You know, that's how we know it because in the days of Atham, you know, the laws wasn't written out yet, but they knew what was right and what was wrong. Yeah. The commandments have always been the commandments, even before they were written.
And they didn't know in a deep consciousness state of mind of it, but they knew what they've been told. Just like a child, they know when they've been told. No means no. You know, no child know when you say no, they know what that means. Don't do it, or don't touch it. They could be young as hell. Don't touch it, so they know, but they don't know the dynamics of what that means. Of the reason why you told them that.
Go ahead. I'm just going to put in the comment board that when I was talking about that God that came. It was in the book. It was going in the King Rehoboam and Jeroboam, and King Solomon gave these certain goddesses to worship. He was worshiping certain of them, and one of them going to New Year's. I'll go post on the comment board later. I just looking for it, but I think I erased the picture already. It's just a name. I don't read a lot, but I got this one.
And the New Year, it said you said when you got the definition of New Year's, it has something to do with fire. And our people worship fire. Our people should worship fire back then, and they do that on the new 4th of July. You know, was a worship of the you know, if a meteor came down, I think that's what happened to the Arabs, if I'm not mistaken. But you know, if anything, mediator or even any kind of material object for that's set up, you know, or commanded or by men for you to worship, they make that their gods, you know, even with fire and all that, even with the, you know, things coming from Zeus. He was the god of thunder and lightning, or, you know, whatever. But they have these different deities and gods, and Most High told us not to worship those things, man. So we're not worship anything that worship of fire, worship of these, you know, and the black. You know, when even in 4th of July, they had the black cat and the cannon thing, and it got to do with fire, man. And people then got their hand blown off by the black cat. It's so powerful. It's like a mini bomb. It's a weapon. It's a small mini little type of weapon of a bomb or something like that. You know, a stick of dynamite like they use to show in the videos. And then when you advance, it's nuclear weapons. So Most High know how to shrink things down. And go ahead.
This is Micah chapter 5 verse 10, and it reads, "And this shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord, I will cut off thy horses out of the midst of thee, and I will destroy thy chariots."
Who are you talking about here?
It's going into the heathen getting judged. Yeah. For having all these idols and worship all these idols. Yeah. And I will cut off the city, you know, going you know, its destruction. So.
Yeah, but the horses mean powers, man. He's gonna cut off their power. Because Most High said he's going to destroy the horse and the rider, man. You know? Because that represents all their power structure. Go ahead.
"And I will cut off the cities of thy land and throw down all thy strongholds."
This is that is a stronghold. Black magic and all that, that's a stronghold for these devils, man. That's what they use. That's why you got that little cat in there, and it's a black cat on the firecracker, and black cat it's mixed with deja vu and 9 lives and all that, and that's one of the main firecrackers of all the firecracker bunch. That's the main ones that they expose and light forefront of, and it's got to do with black magic, white magic, so to speak. Go ahead.
And I will cut off witchcrafts out of thine
Oh
hand.
yeah, there you go. Witchcraft. Next out of thine hand. Go ahead.
And thou shalt have no more soothsayers.
Yeah, no more soothsayers. You know, and people, even in these holidays, people soothsay to you. You know, they be like, "Oh yeah, you should come over. Everybody's gonna be there as a gathering. Uncle Charles is gonna be there. Uncle Ray and all of them, and aunt and your mother, father. You don't want to come." And this is because of this fucking holiday, man. You know, why didn't you come to the Christmas party? Everybody was there. Soothsaying, witchcraft. You know, go ahead.
And thy graven images also will I cut off.
I mean, the graven images, man, and they have that set up everywhere. We always talk about that. The graven images set up everywhere. The Baphomet is in these museums over here and there are other places. You know. So, how is this synonymous with New Year's? Because New Year's is did you looked up New Year's, right?
Yeah,
man, it's a damn holiday for them, man. You know, and it's a false idealistic vision of just like this American dream shit of what you can try to wish for to become true. Like, what's your resolution? Well, I wish that this and that I stop smoking, but they'll forever sell cigarettes. So it's a kind of like a more of a mental thing of what you're dealing with yourself, because they're gonna sell cigarettes. You know what I'm saying?
We're gonna talk about quitting them at the same time.
Exactly.
There's something wrong with people, man.
And if you was really knew the answer, you'd be like, well, yeah, I know it's me too, but you know, I don't even want to see cigarettes no more. You know what I'm saying? I don't even want to see this shit no more. We don't want to see women uncovered passing with their ass and titties out no more. You know what I'm saying? But it's there, and we men, and we like, damn, she's pretty as hell. But we rather have virgins. We rather have a pure woman going back to the innocent woman. You know? So now you got to get to the real core of this thing. Like, you do got to fight, but you got to realize the core of this thing too. Like, it's these motherfuckers is putting this shit out there, and I'm gonna fight that too. I'm not only gonna fight what I've learned and what's in my mind. I'm gonna fight because Esau approach you with that shit, or these people approach you with this shit. You know, you could be like, I ain't coming outside no more, and there's a pretty ass, fine ass woman knock at your door and say we passing our cable and AT&T and shit. Like, damn, you can't escape for shit. You can't escape from this shit. You got to fight it. Most High wants you to fight it. Mm-hmm. He wants fighters.
That's what Yahawah Marvel was talking about, earlier. Like, we got to have high standards when we are dealing with the earth. A lot of people don't deserve our energy.
Exactly.
Especially a lot of these women.
Mm-hmm.
They don't really deserve no attention from us.
Mm-hmm.
So we're talking about, serving y'all Bahasham Yahawashi. Exactly. It's like the highest ranking thing you could do in the universe forever.
Exactly. Because it is energy levels in this place. That's why when you go to a job, it's different when you go and you serve, you have a boss over your ass, and you be like, you feel like you would work 12, 13, 14 hours. Or you have a job that's fun, and you when you work an 8-hour shift, it seems like you only work 4. Because it's just the psychological thing about it. Yeah, if you enjoy yourself, it ain't gonna seem like work. You're gonna enjoy it. Just like our women, they use the love to cook now, it's become a burden to them because the philosophies of the devil. Yeah, this is the slavery. You are, your man do look at you like a damn nobody and look down on you, and that's not even the case. Most High don't look down on his children. And don't look down on Israel like that. He try to lift Israel up. I mean, he gives Israel a lift up, telling them they prince of the power, telling them that they God, telling them, you know, that they're gonna get the kingdom, telling them, you know, about Esau getting wasted away, and that should lift your mental state. You know, go ahead.
And thy standing images out of the midst of thee.
Yeah, your standing images, because that's what they built. You know, they even got wax figures in Hollywood of these black celebrities. You know, even Issachar, he propping his past loved ones up in them living room with a bombing fluid or whatever to, you know, act, you know, as if they were still alive and shit. It's the kind of shit they do, and that's the same type of shit that's wrapped into this these holidays and what they do and what they based on. You know, all these holidays based on heathen customs and witchcraft. You know, we just told you about that too, about you know, Christmas. Go ahead.
And not standing, and then thou shalt no more worship the work of thine hands.
Yeah, because all this shit was, you know, the damn, like I said, the fireworks built by hands. All this shit was built by hands, and the ideological mindset behind that creates these kind of inventions and things, instruments that come forth to worship and to acknowledge and shit. You know, that's just like I said. Some people, I mean, using the women example, they be like, "Well, I'm breaking up more with my man this New Year's and getting with it. I'm starting fresh, and it's all about me." You know, they even wanted to, you know, 5, 6 months or a year before the New Year's, and they be like, "I know what, I'll break up with him in New Year's." You know, and not to say, not you know, not that they expect him to time everything out or them timing things out, which they are, but it's not so much that it's like, well, that's the perfect excuse to get myself right. And they be like, if they get called out and say, "Why'd you leave your man? He was a good man." Well, you know, I was looking for a fresh start and my New Year's revolution. And, you know what I'm saying? I just decided just to start fresh, you know. Everybody had their New Year's resolution. My homegirl, she said, and they go with that shit, man. And it's the same thing overall with all mankind. Like,
It's about to get cut off.
Mm-hmm. But it's, you know, Most High, he ain't about that. He that's not how he roll, man. You can't just up and leave your partner. You can't just up and say just because of this day and this is what it means, or just because you didn't give me nothing for Valentine's Day, just because you didn't take me trick or treating, just because of this, that don't mean you can leave your origin, the state, you know. Go ahead.
And I will pluck up the groves out of the midst of thee, so I will destroy thy cities.
Because that's what we setting up: groves, images, statues, making them monumental, you know. And like, man, this, you know how Jake did, man. Jake do that now. You know, they have it's Jakes that just have a fake ass plastic Christmas tree, and they just got in the attic. So every time that Christmas come, they'll have their Christmas tree, and it's in the attic. That's an idol up there, you know, and they'll pull it out every time that year comes around. Go ahead.
And I will execute vengeance and anger and fury upon the heathen.
After the heathen, because that's what makes Israel go off. And Most High said, "I'm gonna separate you from them. I'm gonna sift you out of among the heathen, because hey, this is what they do. All these holidays that America puts out there, there's none a part of Israel. Similar, they could be similar. Some of them not so similar, and not even, you know, they go back to real heavy deities and witchcraft. But you know, we is fucking with witchcraft too, our people. So a lot of that, they get that off of what Israel was doing when we was worshiping. Cause you know, we do. It says, what does it say? My people, is paraphrasing, exceeded the deeds of the wicked. They become more wicked than the wicked. You know, so when we do get into these holidays, they be like, damn, we definitely got to make that. We definitely gonna keep this tradition going and shit. The Negroes love this shit. You know, I'm just giving a little example. You know, go ahead.
Such as they have not heard.
Yeah, such as they not heard. We, you know, before even going back to Adam, he didn't know evil. We didn't know certain things. We didn't know the depths of certain things. Even the light things that we have learned, you know, that wasn't so detrimental, so to speak, um, you know, to our knowledge and delving into our people that delved into and shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, so they like, I don't even remember our people talking about during the '60s talking about celebrating any holidays. You know, it was more like freedom and liberty, and you know, the Negro need to overcome and all that. They wasn't talking about no fucking 4th of July. They wasn't talking about no New Year's Eve and New Year's Day and shit. You know. Yep. Go ahead.
This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 6, verse 22. And it reads, as for wisdom, what she is and how she came up, I will tell you and will not hide mysteries from you.
Yeah, because what did it say? The mysteries are given to the saints, his prophets. So that he gave mysteries in there. But any other nation, no. The Most High have not dealt with so whatever. Go ahead.
But will seek her out from the beginning of her nativity.
Her nativity. She come from the Most High. You learn, and Most High deal with you like a son. You learn wisdom within your own household before you even go to school. Before you even get to school, you was like told no, yes, with everything. No, you can't do that. Yeah, no. Before you even got to school. And that's what apostles say. Education comes from within. It comes from the household. It comes from within the family household structure before even these strangers talk to you, before even school and all that. You know, school is really supposed to come from the home. You know, it's supposed to really come from the home, man. Go ahead.
And bring the knowledge of her into light.
Mm-hmm.
And will not pass over the truth.
Oh, well, the knowledge of her into light. Because, you know, wisdom is they could say it's symbolic, but it's a spiritual aspect to wisdom. Sophia, and Most High is going to bring her to light through the men speaking wisdom without their mouths. And then people are going to really like understand, oh, shit. Because it's one thing about us doing nothing, and it's another thing about us saying something about something where Esau and these other nations be like, damn, why would you say that? Or what does that mean when you say that? Well, yeah, this we mean that y'all gonna go into slavery. You know? What did it say? In this scripture, it said wisdom should be justified by her children, man. You know? Go ahead.
Neither will I go with consuming envy.
Mm-hmm.
For such a man will have no fellowship with wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 24, but the multitude of the wise is the welfare of the world.
Yeah. Go ahead.
And a wise king is the upholding of the people.
Yeah. And that's on the left hand side or the right hand side, but Most High, the right hand side wisdom is gonna swallow up everything. The right hand side of everything is gonna swallow up everything, you know. What did it say? Go to that scripture, wisdom is justified of the children. I think that's the way it's.
This is Luke chapter 7, verse 35. I'll go 34. The Son of Man, it's Yahawashi speaking, the Son of Man is come eating and drinking, and ye say, behold, a gluttonous man, and a wine bibber, a friend of publicans and sinners.
I mean, we in a like manner, because we speak in the name of Yahawah Yahawashi. So they call us wine bibbers. They call us gluttonous, like, you know. y'all want this, y'all want it, you know. Go ahead.
But wisdom is justified of all her children.
Yeah, because the white man would know. Like that ain't no man of gluttoness. There ain't no man of you know of that's no wine bibber. What did it say? Men, some men, paraphrasing, stagger not by strong wine, not by wine, but a strong drink, but of these philosophies. But a wise man would know that. A spiritual man would know that. So he'd be like, "Hey, man, there's something deeper than this." You know what I'm saying? They ain't. You understand the mysteries and sayings of and parables of the Most High. So we know what these holidays mean, man. It might be called for. I mean, New Year's, and new. Like I said, it's really not a new year. You know, and we count the years basically. You know, it's either here or there, but we could think of it as like when we first came into the truth. And you count. That's when because you reborn. So years count from there. But of course, we have learned some things in the world that where the Most High wisdom stuck by us in our crooked ways. So we kind of learned some things in certain disciplinary, uh, learning techniques and methods that we use even in the truth. There's nothing wrong with that, but we do stay humble enough to where, we see that all these holidays, they going the wrong way. They going, but they mature though. They mature in what they become. Because when people, it's grown adults, into these holidays, man. Grown adults saying, yeah, 40, 50 years old, 60-year old, 70-year old, 70 years old. And you think they know about life and figure stuff out, and they be like, well, my New Year's resolution. Damn, you still got a New Year's resolution this year? You're about to pass away. Not saying, that's the age where you just pass away, but I'm just saying, like, damn. How long are they going to be worshiping these kid-like holidays, man? You go ahead.
This is Wisdom Ecclesiasticus, the book of Barak, chapter 11, verse 1. It says, wisdom lifted up the head of him that is of low degree and maketh him to sit among great men.
Yeah, the humble sit among great men. That's why it says, hey, even truth reach the gates of the nobles. They want to know about us. If we could see them in a beyond this flesh or beyond the in the mental curtains, so to speak, behind the mental, they'll be there and talking to us and like but we know how they do. They talk to us through movies. They talk to us through spies and all that. They talk to us through changing the laws and all that. So it is so to speak, a direct contact when it comes to in the spirit. Go ahead.
This is 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 8. We are troubled on every side, yet not distressed.
Yeah, I mean, no matter where you go, there's no rest. No matter where you go, ill conversation, filthy conversation. No matter where you go, you're hearing people celebrate New Year's, 4th of July, all those holidays, whatever, Christmas. Oh, like even with these laws, when they, it's like they encamped around us. These laws, because you'll start to find out the infrastructure of this stuff. That when you go to the job, and they be like, and it's word of mouth. It's like, damn, I didn't know we couldn't do this no more. I didn't know we couldn't do that no more. You gotta have a real ID by this time. You have to have. You can't. Hey, they saying if you late more than 2 times, you're gonna get fired. So that's kind of things that we seeing have witnessed, and more coming. You know, so no matter how these events come in with these holidays or what have you, you still got this place in misery and wonder of what the outcome of what's going on. And that's what we are. We keep telling you we the news. And we might be the bearer of bad news, but that's what it is. But this is with wisdom, right? It's with knowledge, wisdom, understanding. It ain't no side shit. It ain't no fuckboy shit. It's really wisdom.
It's the only thing that's gonna exist after this. Yep. After this destruction coming.
Because after that, yeah. Because when they gather together in these events like, New Year's, or they got their New Year's resolution, what is it gonna fix? You know, all them motherfuckers are talking about they got Black Lives Matter, Black community. When they talk about when they get their New Year's resolution going, they ain't talking about Black community. They talking about self improvement, self change, to where they exceed. And if they leave their people behind, they be like, well, nigga, y'all gotta get y'all's. I got mine. I succeeded. I'm rich now. Y'all got to get y'all shit together. Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
We are perplexed.
But we're perplexed because of that, Go ahead.
But not in despair.
What does perplexed mean?
I'll go look it up real quick.
I know what it means, but I want to hear
look in the Greek.
Yeah.
Strong's G 639.
Apareo.
Yeah.
To be without resources.
So we're not without resources, but what did it say? We're perplexed, but not. What did it say? Confused or not?
It said perplexed, but let me go back. Distressed, perplexed, but not in despair.
Not in despair. So go back to
Yep, you going?
Yeah.
To be in straits.
But not in despair. Because when you're in despair, you do anything. You're like, yeah, I'm desperate. Just like Esau, he was desperate when he took the morsel of meat. He said, I am at the point to die. I'm faint and at the point to die. You should never feel like that. The Holy Spirit give you comfort to not feel like that. That's how you know it works for us, not against us, the men of the Lord. And that is for, so-called Negro, Latino, American of the elect. Because Esau killed his whole family and shit when his shit dropped down the drain at the first hour, Fuck. All the shit I was working for all my life is fucking gone. I'm killing everybody in the house and myself and shit.
Yeah.
Even on New Year's. Hey, Esau set up it's a perfect day to kill everybody, all the family on New Year's. Like, they'll set appointments and they'll schedule that shit in, man.
You're going to see, just like on Christmas, all that death that happened on Christmas, there's going to be a lot of death this time, too.
Yeah.
It's going to be all types of articles. I couldn't even look at I got already like 3 or more pictures of a whole bunch of other planes that have blown up and killed people. And there was a car crash, like 41 people dead.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's been a lot of that going on. A lot of death lately.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people getting put to death.
Even in judgment this very night and tomorrow, coming into these holidays. Even Christmas, it was a lot going on, a lot that happened. You brothers make videos on that.
It said to be left wanting.
To be left wanting.
Yep, and then it says,
but it said, what did it say? But us not in despair. So even though we don't get what we want, wanting, even if we're not in despair, man.
Yeah, we don't usually hit the mark when it comes to being established in this kingdom, but it's supposed to be like that. because if it's not like that, we're gonna look for something else to take care of us other than Yahawah Yahawashi. You know, he was leaving us in a position where we're gonna need him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's good that we're in that position because it matches us with the scriptures.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
and it kind of confirms the scriptures, where the Most High wants us to believe in the scriptures, believe in His word. He helps us believe in His word. You know, because it's like you mentioned some UFOs. I mean, so-called UFOs as chariots, and some people think you crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, you can easily have a mind to think that's crazy, but Most High gave us a spirit to like, yeah, this is really what it is.
Mm-hmm.
You know, go ahead.
So it's to be embarrassed.
Yeah, to be embarrassed, and even when we embarrassed, it says we speak the truth. We're fools for Yahawashi's sake.
Mm-hmm.
We're embarrassed out there, but not in despair.
Mm-hmm.
We're not desperate to like, oh, fuck.
Mm-hmm. The only thing that looks like embarrassing to us is if the tabernacle's not built.
Mm-hmm.
We don't really care what people think about us in this life.
Mm-hmm.
The more thing that's embarrassing the spirit that we fell from the Most High, but we know we had to do that for prophecy's sake. So that's why, you know, we don't let it weigh us down, but we know why we're here. But we're going to make sure we do, you know, what we got to do to serve the Lord to the best of our abilities.
It's like the Squid Game. Remember, they got put in desperate situations.
Yeah.
To where the devil kind of was, he tended to force them, and it could have been, you know, they didn't believe in the other side. They didn't say, well, you know, I'm gonna wait it out and have faith, you know, and maybe Most High send me, you know, give me a job to where have somebody. They just said like, I'm at a point to die. Like if I go back there, I know what's out there. I'm gonna go for that bag.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
It's like just before World War III. It looks like they're thinking that we're embarrassed because we don't have weapons and we're not ready. We just living in little places wherever we at. We scattered, and you know we could be those elect that get out of here.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's got it looking like that. Like the people who you think not gonna make it out of here is gonna be mainly the ones that's gonna get it, and it's gonna flip in Jacob's trouble. That day it's gonna change.
Yeah.
And you gonna know who those men is, and those men gonna know who they are, because the spirit's gonna be, you know, hiding.
Yeah, because and it's just like you remember it said it's gonna be a new earth, a new heaven. It's gonna be Most High gonna have a new name. Mm-hmm. Well, what about the New Year's? It's still the same old earth. You know what I'm saying? Even though it's a new year, it's still 1,000 years is one day to the Most High.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, you can have you can be like 100 years old and you ain't even lived, you know, a day in the Most High's eyes. You know what I'm saying? So the new is not really the new like they say that the new is. This is really not a new year. You know, it's not a really, because overall we're trying to. It says renew your mind daily. Not every year, not no 360 days in a year and shit.
Renew your shit.
Yeah,
you do that.
It's just like, okay, I've been a whore all year and shit, and then this one day I'm gonna just try to, you know what I'm saying? From then on, I'm gonna act like a saint. But in the meantime, you know you're a whore and shit.
It usually lasts to like February, and then the whole cycle starts over again.
Exactly. That's like that shit with the church. You can sin all week, but then you go to church and one day and shit. That's renew you got a new slate and shit.
You just get to be.
You get
6 days.
Yeah, and then you renew yourself.
7th day, you get to go put your ass in dirty ass bath water. Give them damn Edomites $2-3 out of the little $10 you got, and then you come back out here.
Mm-hmm.
That's what Jake doing.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yep.
And Jake, you know, we pray that, you know, the elect come out of there, because everybody else, you ain't supposed to come out of there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But it said persecuted but not forsaken.
Persecuted but not forsaken. And you got to understand that you're not forsaken. I mean, Most High said he dealt with his sons. I mean, he chastened every one of his sons that he dealt with. And, you know, so you'll start to feel the affliction and you'll be like, man, and Most High get you out of those certain predicaments, certain things that when those afflictions come, and then you be like, that had to be the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Because that relief, man, I didn't know what I was going to do. You know, I didn't have no money. And then I all of a sudden got this and that, a lawyer, whatever the case may be. And then I was like, and then you be like, that was the Most High. So you got to go through the affliction to even recognize the Most High. How you going to just be smooth selling and shit and talking about, the Most High? He gets you, you can't recognize unless he gets you out of those things that you get tied up in. So through our persecution, what did it say?
Are persecuted but not forsaken.
But because we know we're not forsaken by the Most High. Go ahead.
Cast down but not destroyed.
Cast down but not destroyed, man. And Most High said in the scripture said, we're to cast down every imagination that worketh itself, paraphrasing against the Most High and the Son. You know, school, church, holidays, this day, that day, Thanksgiving, Christmas, because they was all built on the murder of against Israel. You know, so we're not to worship those things, deities. You know, the practice of those things. You know, and of course it's dying out. I mean, nobody was really on Christmas like that, like they used to be. They wasn't, man. You had some lights out there, but nobody was like hoorahing and all that shit. And even in this day, nobody's gonna be hoorahing tomorrow and shit. Pretty soon, you know, who knows what these holidays they might just debauchery shit, like, you know, they might have a chip day thrown in there, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Chip Memorial Day. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Anything could happen. Go ahead.
This is Zechariah chapter 13, verse 8. And it shall come to pass that all the land, saith the Lord, two parts therein shall be cut off and die.
Yeah, and they often, these camps saying that 2/3 we supposed to connect with them and shit. Some believe that there's no 2/3.
But that in all the land is talking about America, Babylon, and Great. Mm-hmm. And 1 out of every 3 of us is getting out of here. That's the elect. And then you got the other, believers in the 4 corners of the earth and the brothers, the camp. Mm-hmm. Yep. So to gather the elect there through the word, that's what's happening right now. Mm-hmm. Shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein.
The third should be left therein. Go ahead.
And that first starts with spiritual wise, because they're in the congregation of the dead right now. So they're already dead right now.
Well, and I'm glad you said that, because the Most High is turning tides. It used to be Most High said natural come first and then the spirit. Now it's the spirit, because we're at the spiritual level. And then it's going to be the natural, but the natural is going to be extraterrestrial. But the natural is going to turn back to, what did it say? Let those powerful men of war beat their weapons in the plowshares. And they're going to be like regular men. They're going to be servants on the earth. And Esau is going to be in the pit. So yeah, Most High is changing the tides. He's turning the tables.
That gives us a good chance that we are possibly of the elect, because we're being left to have to understand what the supper is. We've been left behind, in a sense. We're not keeping up with the world. Mm-hmm. We're not living in the world. We're not trying to make sure we're doing all the holidays. So in that sense, we were left out here too. And he's doing that to separate us from them. Mm-hmm. And I'll bring the third part through the fire.
And I want to say this too, like New Year's is sort of speaking like a self thing, you know what I'm saying? Because nobody says like you're gonna come up for New Year's, and they be mad at you because you didn't. But Christmas and all that bullshit, they do. Thanksgiving, why didn't you come over Thanksgiving? Why did you come on Christmas? But New Year's is a renewing of yourself. It's a love of yourself. Like, let me separate myself and wish good upon myself.
It's another year to be Babylon the Great.
You know what I'm saying?
They're so glad.
Like, even if you exceed your friends and your family and all that in a common worldly matter, that they be, people that do this the New Year's Day, they be for that shit. It's a new me. What's your new resolution? Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of all haters, and I'm gonna keep real ones by me. Well, that's most of your shit. Most of your shit. You're gonna be alone anyway, basically, because ain't no worldly type of real connections. The only real connection is Yahawah, Yahawashi, and the brethren. You know, that's the real circle, brotherhood, family. So when they do set their uh, New Year resolution, it's always I'm gonna focus on myself. I'm gonna I'm gonna improve this. And yeah, okay, because you're in the world and you recognize what's going on and you try to renew yourself accordingly. But where's the body at? Where's the ministry? You know, there has the Most High is building a body, a church. Because if it's just you, then you're just gonna be the only one in heaven. And
that's the thing. Like, there's only one sheepfold, so if you just like out there doing your own thing, you can't expect the Lord to hold the end of the bargain, because it's a unit, and the whole unit is in tune with what we're doing to edify the elect. So, and you can't just say you love the Lord and you respect the prophets. If you're someone who believes GMS is the real prophets, then that means that everything we have to say has to be in line with yours. Or you don't need to be talking about us. You don't even need to be, really saying shalom or nothing.
Yeah, that's like you rooting on a basketball team, but you wearing the other person's jersey, other team's jersey.
Yeah, and I'm not saying like shalom, like being like we're together and on this. We're not together. Until you come into this doctrine,
exactly.
And it's not like a disrespect thing, but we do want to show that it's very serious, because what you're teaching is, if you're teaching somebody the wrong thing and they believe in that, you're going to be the reason why they take the MOTB and they get destroyed, because your job is supposed to lead them. And if you're leading in the wrong way, that's basically like you're going to be considered as a murderer in that day.
Yeah.
By Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi.
Exactly. And you gotta, regardless if you think that's not that's the mark of MOTB or not, you gotta talk against it, because it's man-made. Most High said He made men upright, but they sought out many inventions. That's an invention, and it goes against the spirit of the Most High.
Yeah, and the fact that the Lord said that a day is 1,000 years, for the fact for Jake to think that we're only here for a measly 100 years of the whole time, it doesn't make any sense. Like, we're ancient spirits. That's why I said we don't battle against flesh and blood. Like, this ain't the first time we've been here. And Jake has a fear of that being reality, because Jake doesn't like to not know stuff. But Jake don't got no faith, man. And that's the reason why Jake is folding. And just like the brother's always going to, there will be a lot of tyranny this year. It's going to be a lot of people folding this year.
But why is the revolving door of people, revolving door of events still happen? Like, New Year's is nothing new. The Roman practices that they did back then is happening right here in America. So you think those people are different? They're the same people that was doing that back then in the Roman Empire.
Because how is the Lord going to judge them? That means that all the Edomites that put us through slavery all these years, they get to just get away with it. They didn't have to pay for nothing they did in their body that time. That doesn't make any sense.
This is a whole slate. Most High said 1,000 years, one day is 1,000 years to Him. 1,000 years is one day to Most High. So He said He that endured to the end. We're still enduring, even from our reincarnated state. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
how we gonna go back in the kingdom? How we gonna make it there? You can't just die and then go to heaven without being brought back to life. Because He said, as it in earth is in heaven. So we're gonna be immortal with in the flesh.
Well, you know, Jake be saying, "I'll see you again, baby." That's reincarnation. You back in the flesh. That's all reincarnation mean. Back in the flesh.
And that means that the same women that have made you fall this time was probably the ones that made you fall out of the truth last time. Because if you fell out of the truth this time, that means you didn't continue with us. It's more than just this time. If you quit any of these times and then keep seeking the Lord, then that's what you did every time.
Wait a minute. It says in the scriptures, in Revelation, that old serpent, the devil.
Yep. Been doing the same thing.
And
same thing. Yeah.
And it said, what did it say? Lucifer, he looked up on the, David should early look up on Lucifer and they see that it's a man. That's the man so that man reincarnated, that empire and what it reincarnated, because that old serpent, the devil.
Without that, we would have no hope, because the Lord said that he was going to reward the prophets with seeing the downfall of their enemies. So that means they have to be here.
Yeah.
You know, and they could be in the heavens too, but as part of them said they're going to be here. You know, that's what he told them. But yeah, you know, it said, and I will refine them as silver is refined, and try them as gold is tried. And they shall call on my name.
Oh, we try it as gold, you know. That's the renewing, because it's burning off the impurities. But what are you doing when you celebrate these holidays? You're adding sin upon sin. You're adding impurity to impurity.
That's how he's trying to see if you're going to keep doing holidays.
Exactly.
See if you're going to keep smoking. See if you're not going to come all the way in the truth. And it's different if you're just a believer, you know, and you're not teaching. But when you're teaching, it's a lot more serious. It's a lot more dangerous game you're playing, because you're trying to represent order. And if you go into court and you just playing around, you're going to get judged. And they're going to hit you because you're in the spotlight. You got these other people out there, they just being wicked, but the Lord's not really focused on them. He's looking at the elect right now. He ain't really focused on them.
And when you think that doing the shedding of time or the renewing of time and more advancement or whatever, moving into more of a whatever, I don't know how they think of a dimensional state, that you wouldn't be going through the same shit and the same temptations and shit. You're going through the same temptation because you're the same person. You the same people. It's the same thing happening with the same people. Because if it's the same thing happening, you would think like if you advanced spirit, you would at least be able to conquer this shit. And Jay can't get right. He can't conquer this shit. He's under lust. He's under payments, chaotic, to not understand what's going on. And you would think by this time he'd be mastered this shit.
But you know
what I'm saying?
That flesh is weak, but you know, you have to eventually choose life. Or you're gonna, you know, you're not gonna make it. You know, that's just the ultimate thing. We just gotta choose life and do things according to life to the best of our abilities. And like the elders and apostles always say, like, we're supposed to be begging the Lord to be good.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's part of that is doing the lessons diligently. You know, finding new ways to be useful as well. You know,
be occupied in postures. Condemning. It said he that condemned the just, and he that he that condemned the just, basically paraphrasing, blessed the wicked, or justify the wicked, both of the abomination. You know, so if you're allowing this to happen in these events and this lifestyle and all that, whatever happens in America that's against the scriptures, and you just letting it happen, you're not fighting against it, and you know, and yourself a public example. Even, you know, we're in the time of publication. What did it say? The truth shall be published across the world, and then the end shall come. So we're in a time of publication, and if you're not showing your face and showing yourselves, it says, show yourself as a living sacrifice.
And you can't be with the Lord but disagreeing with the prophets, because this is the school of the prophets. You know, they're like, and that's the thing. Like Jake just be watching people, but don't even understand what he watching
and not get involved.
You know, and want to do something to serve the Lord, but they trying to do it on their own terms. And Jake don't understand that. That is, that's terrifying right now to be doing that. Because Lord's been long suffering with everybody. He's been giving you all this time to try to get right, and you're not even doing something as simply as honoring the elders and the apostles, and by doing by not believing what they're saying as a whole, and you still teaching. That's bringing a lot of hell on you. That's going to bring a lot of judgment on you because you knew better.
Because let's say your father told you not to go to a certain park, but then you trying to be a wicked child and say, I want to go to this park. Well, father didn't tell us not to go to that park, but I know what father meant when he said not go to the park. He said any park, like, you know what I'm saying? Because they shooting at the park, whatever, you know what I'm saying? It don't have to be like written in the scriptures like they want to, and that's where they justify. A lot of them justify themselves, like, it don't say do a video every day in the scriptures. Well, but you entreat the elders as the father, and they saying make a video every day.
And it said he speaks to the mouth of the prophet. So that, just like we was talking about smoking, that's not in there, but we know you're not supposed to do it.
Exactly.
And just the fact that it also says I'll meditate day and night. This is the meditation. We're coming and we're meditating on these scriptures every day. And that's just something that just Jake is never going to try to get and attain the correct way. Jake always trying to skip the process. And there's a process in the coming in the truth. And you want honor before humility. And that's where you get caught up. That's why a lot of young Jakes is getting caught up, because they just want to be honored right now. They want everybody to see them, and they got the truth, and they ain't under nobody. They ain't got to be attending nowhere. Ain't got to answer to nobody. Well, I'll tell you this. Yahawashi, when he came back on the scene, he seen 500 brethren at a time. And if you ain't one of them, you ain't with the Lord, because that's who he's talked to. He ain't talked to nobody else. He talked to the brothers. So you got to be with them, or you're going to get left, especially if you're a teacher. And what I mean by with them, maybe you're not living with them. You ain't just super like in the camp yet or whatever. You trying to find a way, and maybe you're struggling. But what we mean is, like, if you're not 100% down with this, you're not really putting yourself out there for it, the Lord is going to expose that. And that's terrifying, because we all got curses on us and shit. So we're trying to make sure that we give this our all, man. This has got to be everything we got.
And a lot of times the Most High wait things to be revealed, and then he judge. Because that's what happened to Judas. It had to be where he said, is it me, Lord? And so it had to be a process of things to be revealed. But when it did happen, it went down. It went down, man.
And that's the thing. Jake don't. He look at it as like being of service to a body the correct way. Jake don't want that. Jake want to be the man and shit. That's why a lot of young brothers is not making it to the truth. And then you also have vice versa. It's situations of older men who didn't do their thing, but everybody who's here that's supposed to be here. You can see that it shows. Like we really show we love the Lord, and we battle every day to make sure that we represent Israel. Through our whatever we going through. But it just said this is definitely one we always go over. We'll try them as gold is tried, and they should call on my name, and I will hear them.
The name? There go the name. Go ahead.
The name. I will say, it is my people, and they shall say the Lord is my power.
Right here, man. The deepest captivity, the worst captivity. And if you don't think this is the word, then you're not spiritual. When you get into the spirit, this is the worst captivity right here in America. And we know what's forthcoming with what they're about to do with these laws and so forth. So let's say you this is a new year for you to get right. I mean, so-called like fix yourself and get right with yourself, not scriptures, right with yourself. And they shouldn't even have to take that to get with the scriptures. Because I said, hey, they follow Yahawashi right away. You don't set a date and for, well, New Year's, I'll start going to church and shit. Most High ain't really dealing with that, man.
Yeah, and it was saying, also, Elder Yahawah was saying earlier, like you could know all the breakdowns and all the scriptures, but if you don't have charity, it don't mean shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you really didn't like put forth like your your life as a dedicated living sacrifice to the brotherhood, you're gonna see that's a difference.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna see the difference between the people who did and who didn't. You're gonna see the way the Lord treats them and the people who just is like, all right, kind of just like whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a scary thing, you know what I'm saying? That should have you where you're always on your toes, trying to make sure you are growing.
Yeah.
Because it's way more than just scriptures.
Man. If you're not growing, you're gonna have that short man syndrome and shit, that non-growth man syndrome.
But it's just like, some jakes look at it as repetitiveness, but it's really not, because we're doing this stuff like this because new people are coming in every day. Some people, like I said, people are being renewed in their mind every day. That's what's happening. The Lord's doing that. So it is best to stay, with the milk. And as part of that, it's a service.
Okay. And Apostle Tahar coined this year, 2025, the hopeful year of our deliverance and destruction and judgment on Esau.
That's a good one, yo. That's exactly what we hoping happens this year.
Yeah.
The destruction of everything in this thing who believe in Esau and to go home. That's where we want to go.
Yeah. And the whole the year of the hopeful the hopeful year of Jacob's trouble, that's still in effect, because the world is not destroyed yet. So the prophecies are still in play.
That ties in with the destruction of Esau. It's still that needs to happen. But first, it's the service being cut off.
And all the prophecies are the same. We, as Israelites, all the prophecies that the apostles coined, it means the same thing, man. So how could it be false when it means the same thing? We're still hoping for Jacob's trouble. We're still hoping this is a year that all the prophecies come to pass. We're still, what was the other one? The year of it's slipping my mind, man. But the year of you don't remember?
Just one before.
Yeah, the one
last couple of years ago. I was just coming in the truth, so I don't know if I heard that one. I only been there for about 2 years. So I knew, the hopeful year for all the prophecies to come to pass, and the hopeful year of Jacob's trouble, and then this one. That's about how long I've been here. I'm trying to think though. I had nobody really tell me the last ones before that, But it's been 4 years, so I get it, Damn.
Yeah, but it's all the same. It's all us. It's all Israel hoping for all those things to come to pass so we can get out of here. Go ahead.
Yeah, this is second Edge chapter 8, verse 62, and it reads, "These things I have not showed unto all men, but unto thee, and a few like thee. Then answered I and said, Behold, O Lord, now hast thou showed me the multitude of the wonders." We already got to see all that. We get to see what's going to happen, what's happening to Esau, what's they going to go into slavery. We're going to run shit. What else you need to know? Other than, getting your house in order and making sure you're right with the Heavenly Father to obtain that inheritance, which thou will begin to do in the last times. But at what time thou hast not showed me, But he is showing us right now. We're seeing the Valley of Yahawashi happening right now, because Babylon the Great America, they just attacked. Who they just attacked? They attacked. I think they had just attacked in. Man,
I'm talking about America.
yeah. I was here. Pastor Hart was talking about it.
Okay. When did this happen?
Like recently.
Mm.
I think it was. Trying to remember where it was. Oh yeah, it was in Yemen. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's really showing we're like in the middle of World War III now, and we know the Lord showed us that there's going to be a draft, and the draft is coming. That's going to be a big thing too.
Mm-hmm.
You know, all these jakes out here, y'all want to do it on your own. Y'all want to be out there on your own. The Lord's going to send you out there.
Yeah.
He's going to send you out there.
Mm-hmm.
And some of them you might not, but it said that, you know, this place is going to turn to a battlefield too, so it don't matter.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there is no getting out.
Yep. And you can't put on a dress and pretend that you're Vanessa.
Yep, because Trump is making it to where women are women and men are men.
Mm-hmm.
He's keeping it, you know,
exactly.
G-O-D, the Most High.
I mean, that's the Most High putting the spirit on him. Like he's put the spirit on Nero back then. During the, you know.
Yeah.
So,
I got one more. I can go into that since I mentioned it. The draft.
Mm-hmm.
This is Joel chapter 2, verse 20. But I will remove far off from you the northern army.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about, you know, the draft.
Yeah.
And he's talking to his men, you know, who the honorable multitude, you know, that's basically he's telling us that he's going to remove them from us.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to be a lot of them over here.
Mm-hmm.
And will drive him into a land barren and desolate. That's talking about Saudi Arabia.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. With his face towards the East Sea, which is the Persian Gulf.
Mm-hmm.
And his hinder.
You know, what they call the Middle East.
Yeah.
What they call, it's called Valley of Decisions. You know, that's where the Armageddon, Most High, going to, the Valley of Jehoshaphat, Yahawashi judges. Yahweh judges, Yahweh Shaphat. Go ahead.
And his hinder part toward the utmost sea, which is the Red Sea. And his stink shall come up, and his ill shaver shall come up, because he have done great things. So they're going to get destroyed over there.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And like we said, they just shipped off 200,000 soldiers about 5 days ago.
Mm-hmm.
World War III starting. Like, and we got this mass deportation thing starting in 10 minutes. You know, and really, you know, it ain't gonna really start popping off to the 20th that he's swearing, but they're getting shit ready. This next two weeks, they're getting 12, everybody's getting ready.
Oh man, and you know, if we can get in, we you know, we might get into it one day in the near future, but that ball that drops and all that, that's basically synonymous with the chariots coming down to destroy America and shit.
Oh, the disco ball?
Yeah, the disco ball is an orb and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And it represents the chariot.
Mm-hmm.
And this is where the ball drops, so they count down. And what they did in the Matrix, when the 12 o'clock countdown to 12 o'clock, and the lights went out.
Yep, noonday. It's gonna be. There's gonna be
doomsday,
one day.
noonsday.
Yeah, there's gonna be one day where that 12 o'clock is gonna be the last one, because that judgment's coming for the 12 tribes of Israel, which you did to them, and all the times you betrayed them, and all these times, this is the time the Lord's really gonna get payback. He been letting it get wicked. Some people who ain't even got judged for stuff they did 1,000 years ago to Israelites, and they're gonna get it this time.
Yeah, because even no matter how much the earth celebrates about these holidays and these, you know, and these holidays are just little bitty pieces of the people's feelings and shit that they put into this shit, and it's really over. But at the same time, they recognize that when it comes to these events and shit, that's over, they're overwhelming, you know, they're overcoming them, like earthquakes and tsunamis and shit. The whole world gotta stop. You know what I'm saying? So that don't mean nothing. You could be the happiest person in the world, having baby children and ready for a family, everything, and then a tsunami come and wipe that all y'all away and shit. So that's what we focus on. The prophecy of Most High said the earth should going to and fro like a drunkard. You know, the earthquake caused tsunamis, and he said he wouldn't flood the earth no more. But there's some things that happen on the earth.
Some places is going to be flooded.
Exactly.
They did just talk about recently a memorial of a tsunami that killed 235,000 people. That's what we coming to. We coming to like a mass amount of people murdered. It ain't going to be like some little tsunami. It's going to be like everywhere. It's World War III.
Yeah.
And Jake is going to be in that. And 2/3 of our people are going to go take the MOTB to try to get saved.
Oh, yeah. And the Most High's army, you know what that is? Not only the angels, not only his son and the angels, he's the Lord of hosts, Lord of armies. The beast is his armies. The insects is his armies. The left hand side is his armies. The angels on the right hand side is his army. Everything is his army, man. The tsunami, earthquakes, mudslide, hurricanes, tornadoes, it's his army. Those are, elements that's praising the Most High in his work. That's, that the Most High give charge into his angels because they are a body of his work, a representation of his work. And them angels be causing tsunamis, earthquakes, and mudslides and sinkholes and so forth. So the whole world got to stop. I don't care how good you're feeling about being off and vacations and shit, holidays and New Year's and shit. I'm a new person. You ain't a new person according to the Most High. It don't matter. If you're not trying to renew yourself according to the spirit of Yahawah, Yahawashi, you're doing it in vain. It's in vain, man. So, that was it.
That's all the ones. Going into.
We wouldn't want to drag this out, man. Make this too long, But this is another, one of their holidays and one of their height of their moments of, dropping the ball. It starts it's about to start in 6 minutes on this side, and nothing's going to change different. You still going to have Trump, yelling at you and shit, and taxes, rent. You being New Year's Eve and New Year's Day doesn't stop rent. No matter how you renew yourself in this world, you're gonna still fight the demons. You're gonna still be in the filthiness of this world and American customs where you like, damn, I gotta renew myself every day. I can't just renew myself once a year. I gotta renew myself every damn day with this place. So if you that type of to renew yourself every year, you're in the wrong spirit. Them demons got you. I'm a new me. Well, the new you is supposed to be, to where you conquered your old self. And we read about the old man. It said the old man died daily. Kill him daily, basically. So you can be renewed in your mind daily. The right-hand side. So these people don't know what's going on, man. And they don't know the dynamics of the Most High, and they don't know that all these things that set before us, that it can kill us or it can build us. And for the elect and the elect's sake, it builds us. Even the poison, even the holidays, because I think it's opposition. That's what it says. Be opposite of this stuff. Be occupied in prophecy. Be opposite of whatever is against the Most High, whatever is not in the scriptures. What do you call it? Christmas, Halloween, Christmas, Thanksgiving, Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, and whatever is not in the Bible, man. And like we said, New Year, December means the 10th. So the New Year is basically the time of like during the springtime,
Mm-hmm.
where everything's renewed, everything's born, and everything's refreshed and all that.
Yeah, and they tried to combine it with the winter solstice, but
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
why we're blessed to have the understanding of what the high holy days are, so we can know how to worship them accordingly.
Exactly.
Because it's not the law's not going to save us, but it talks about how the elect will be rehearsing the righteous acts. It said to put on the image of the elect.
Yeah.
So that's why it's a big deal not to do these holidays and to do the high holy days. You got to start. That's part of being born again.
Exactly. Exactly. To put away those things, man-made, minded things, man, created things, so to speak.
Principalities.
Yeah,
So I was going into yesterday, like about principalities and how they're the first order of everything, and they're first setups of Babylon or from Rome, and that stuff they're using it to keep Jake asleep, and the Lord does that specifically so there can be a 2/3. Like the elder said, they work for the Lord. So everything that's happening right now, our job is not to interfere with it and do our job. Just tell you what the Lord's doing.
And let's say if we, and to close out with this, New Year's Eve destruction. It's a movie called Eve Destruction, Eve of Destruction, I think. And what basically is condemning all this wickedness, basically, whether it be any other holiday, and to represent the downfall of America, even though no matter how many even New Year's resolutions in this place, you know what I'm saying? Because some people are wishing like, hey, 10 years from now, I hope to be rich within 10 years. Well, it ain't gonna be no 10 years, according to the spirit and prophecy, ain't gonna be no 10 years for America. And it ain't no make America great again. So we do this in the name of Yahawashi, prophesy the downfall of these things, even America. So there won't be no more in the near future. It won't be no more of this, New Year's and all that. So, that's what we came to tell you that, man. I mean, I had a thought in my mind, but I forget it, and maybe I'll think about it next time. But you got anything else?
I don't know. I kind of made some points.
Yeah. And they already popping firecrackers,
They sure are.
That's in worship of fire, worship of, it's no good.
And there's a whole bunch of people out the bar right now saying Happy New Year and shit.
I know you said earlier, you mentioned we were talking off camera, and we ain't trying to take our people, keep our people from happiness. Like we just like all just sad it out and shit.
Yeah,
but you know what I'm saying? We have fun, we enjoy in the spirit too, without this high, without Christmas, without Thanksgiving and New Year's.
And that's the thing, like even somebody messaged Elder Manasseh about earlier and was like saying that they were saying like we make their lives miserable. Like, what are you talking about? All we're doing is teaching the word. All you gotta do is just not listen. Like your life is just miserable because you love wickedness and you see a wicked ass kingdom falling. So it ain't our fault you sad. It's because Bahasham is cutting your light switch off. And you should be sad. You've been glad and handing out presents for thousands of years because we ain't had the tabernacle built. Now your ass is finna be grass. You should feel sad. And it should make you feel sad if you ain't rocking with this. We want y'all to know that Israel is coming back.
We're
if
back.
You don't like it, you don't like it, well, get ready. Because you're going to have to fight for your life, for you to put your life on it, that you ain't rocking with Israel.
Yeah. And last thing, to be honest, Israel, just like when you get baptized and you keep sinning and all that, and you be like, and you just go to church and you keep sinning, your New Year's resolution ain't gonna be with you. It ain't gonna go through. You're gonna wish that start doing this different, and these fat women because it's in you. If you would have been worked on that shit. You know what I'm saying? Fat woman, my new resolution the game to lose 20, 30. Well, it's on you anyway, no matter what year it is and shit. It was on you last year. I mean, it was on you like last month and shit. You didn't have to wait a fucking year to think about this shit so it could come to pass and shit. There's no magical New Year's resolution and shit. Even when they say that shit, like, no. Most High said, hey, diet. We got dietary laws. We got things to teach us about conduct and spiritual integrity, conduct, character, and all that. And if you don't want to be molded by the Most High to have that to where you're the best as you could be, and then you try to do this side shit to where you know what I'm saying. Like the dynamics of the Most High, it works. Most High said, if you do this, this will be done into you. He said, if you believe this, it'll be done into you.
It's real simple.
So it's real simple. So you shouldn't have to wait for a fucking day to come around the way you like, I'm gonna get better because of this day and shit. You're gonna get better when you want to get better and shit. When you accept to get better. When you stop eating that fucking fried chicken and shit, and lobsters and them crabs, you gonna be healthier and you gonna lose weight and shit. You don't gotta wait for no New Year's fucking resolution. I hope to lose 50. It's on you, like Cat Williams said, how can you be how can I affect you? And this it's called self-esteem. It's the esteem of your fucking self. I can affect you.
That's like that movie The Substance.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Man. Herself. She was facing herself. She was fighting herself, her own conscience.
The worst part of herself. And that's what we doing.
Yeah, and she tried to separate herself from saying that, get rid of her. We can't. She's you. And shit. Like,
she tried to be the elect, but she tried to do it through Esau, so she ended up with a bad ending.
And she was herself.
Shit was crazy.
Yeah.
Well,
that's what it is, man. Israel, you can only do what you can, but do the best of your ability. But you can't be perfect in this world, man. We need Yahawah, Yahawashi, and we're gonna need him, forevermore. But for a core part of it, till this shit breaks down, to Most High get rid of these devils. Because till then, you're gonna go off, man. We're living in a sinful world, sinful state. You're gonna have dreams, sin in your dreams and shit, because he's fucking you. What you see in the streets and all that. So the best what you can do is pray. Every day, be thoughtful to the Most High every day. Love Yahawah, Yahawashi, love the brethren. Pray, and that Most High keep you renewed and keep you enduring to the end. You know what I'm saying?
Because that renewal takes every day.
Exactly.
You got to get your portion too.
Every day.
Because we're the sheep too, so we got to feed ourselves. We can't feed nobody else if we ain't feeding ourselves.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's what that word. That's why we study. Go in there and go look more at what the Most High is up to.
Okay.
But,
that's it. So hopefully it was edifying, man. I had to do this. You know what I'm saying? Most High will. We be out in a regular schedule. You know what I'm saying? But this is a day. Tonight is and it's the Sabbath. And
Shabbat.
Shabbat, and tonight is what they would call Christmas Eve, and we call it the Eve of Destruction because we're waiting on the destruction to this wicked ass place.
Well, I think it's the end of Shabbat now.
Yeah. Kind of.
It's still Shabbat Shalom.
Yeah, yeah, but this evil, this this day for them is it's New Year's Eve, and when we say evil destruction, we mean destruction to this wicked ass place, wicked ass America, wicked ass America, spiritual Sodom in Egypt, So, and Most High willing, it won't be no Eve no more concerning this world. It won't be no. We won't have to do another Passover in this wicked ass place. You know what I'm saying? This last Passover, Most High willing, in this wicked ass place. So what is this again? Apostle coined as the hopeful year of deliverance and the Esau going down, pretty much. Destruction of Esau. You know what I'm saying? So with that, we hope you've been edified and giving all praises once again to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Qadash. Halal, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Qadash, Barak, Yahawashi, double honors to apostles, elders, great bishops, great millstone. Most I teach you, brothers, teaching word for the hopeful election to be like Most High will. And sincerity, one's contrite spirits, return back to the Most High, extended elect, Shalom. And to the next video.
Shalom.
Gotcha. All right. Get that.